recording?
Boom. Yes, sir. Episode 27.
27?
The Takeaway Podcast.
Takeaway Pod.
Here with two local legends, Skotty and Hijji. Go ahead. Oh, that rhymes. That's bars.
Hey.
Go ahead and introduce
Y'all should drop a
yourselves,
tape,
guys.
Skotty and Hijji.
Oh, me.
Skotty and Hijji.
That's it from the future, for real.
Just 3 songs, right? One song, you do a song, you do a song, like, do a song together.
What's up,
Real.
bro?
Bring back Virgin Crew, bro. Talk about,
Hey,
talk your shit.
Hey, we really should though.
Yeah, you guys really should. Talk your shit.
But the songs are hard back then, though. But yeah. Skotty Welch was good with it, aka Young Shiner, aka Ricky Rax. That's on the way. But yeah, chilling, man.
Ricky Rax.
Got a lot of aliases.
They call me Hijji, Hijji Bobby for the cuties.
Hijji Bobby.
Hijji Bobby Hill if you trying to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up with y'all?
All right. You got any AKAs you want
Nah,
to
bro,
throw?
just V.
All right. I ain't got shit.
Big
That's
Irie.
what's up. Big Irie. I like it. So I guess we'll start, Skotty, with you. I know. So I started hearing about you back when I was in high school because you started a clothing line called Cranium.
Yes, sir.
You want to kind of give the history about that and what that means to you?
Yeah, bro. Really, Cranium is just the lifestyle. Really how I live, just taking risks, making sacrifices to see your vision become a reality. So, lifestyle first, and the extension of that are the clothes. If I could, just tell people, kind of give them the code, just through words. I mean, that could be effective, but I always thought like the most effective way to do that would be through like the clothing. So yeah, started that in 2013. I think that was like either junior, senior year of high school. Did like some like the pre stuff, just kind of the beginning, the foundation of it. Kind of turned it up a little bit more in college when I moved to DC, went to Howard.
Howard?
And then yes sir, HU, you know that. So yeah, and then kind of still doing a little bit, but now kind of my focus is more shifting from the clothing to music. So
yeah,
still still close, still repping it, but now more so just with this music life, it really dedicates like my attention to that. So I really want to give it to, but it's gonna come back around more.
So talk about high school, young. I remember when when Cranium dropped. I remember I never went to school, but when I went to school that day. And I remember pulling up, seeing everyone with the shirts.
With the brain,
the brain. And I was like, yo,
shirt
what?
was hot.
I mean, you saw upperclassmen, underclass, I think that was a smart. And I gave you a big dive, yo, that's smart as fuck how you dropped that. Because EK, for example, you guys, I mean, everyone who's listening probably knows, it was a pretty big school, Multi-Diversal school in Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about walking into school and then you see everybody wearing a brand, but it's not a brand that's from LA. It's not, no one's wearing Supreme. It's
it was the first clothing brand that had touched our school. That was from actually the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then did it in that way too.
Yeah.
Where kind of infiltrated culture in a sense. It was oh shit, why I ain't get a shirt? You know what I'm saying?
And that's cool hearing it from y'all perspective, because me it was just
something you did.
It's something I did, and
so
that's interesting. Wow.
Go back to when you were younger. What was in your brain when you had the idea? All right, I know you said you have the code. What is the code you're speaking of? What inspires you? What's been innate in you that you want to share?
So I feel more so the code kind of developed what the lifestyle is, but just by acting on being young, 16, cool, let's start a business. That's taking action right there to make something happen right there. So, but really, honestly, I was just big in the shoes first, just sneakerhead life. So, that's originally was called Cranium Kick Clothing, for cranium is head, kicks are sneakers. So originally the name was just to have dope shit to just match my shoes. So I had a grape logo to match this. I had something else just to match all the Jordans that was coming out. But then as I kind of progressed, it was very limiting to why would I anchor my brand on another
brand?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoes. So then it was let's just drop off the Kick Clothing, called Cranium. Then luckily we just that's starts with your mind, lifestyle, and it kind of developed over time. So it wasn't from the get go, just this is what it is. I had the mastermind plan. It just I adapted and it worked. So yeah. That's kind of how it happened.
That's crazy.
That's it.
So do you view it as a chapter in your life, or do you think it's still an open book?
It's for life, yeah. Forever. Definitely. But it just, for how I really want to do it. So it's kind of when, at that stage, it's more merch kind of lifestyle, just t-shirts, stuff like that, hoodies. Yeah. Cool. But now I kind of want to pause and get it to that level where it can be, competitive with not even competitive, but you see how Virgil Off-White or Matthew Williams and Elite, these high-end brands, Palm Angels, Francesco Ragazzi, those really dope guys. So I want to get more high-end. So it's opposed to just positioning myself with supreme culture wise, yes, but yeah, I want to get the quality like how I really want it. The custom garments, everything like this time. I'm like, yeah, trying to get on my grown man with it too.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
That's like the natural progression too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So Hijji, guys, like I don't even know how'd you even go to EK, but I swear you were like, I felt like
But you were
did.
there though.
Oh, really?
But you really were there, bro.
I would leave my school.
He the mayor.
And
for
catch
real.
y'all bell. It was hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I'd be like, yo,
Yeah.
like, yo, he goes, and like, bro, I swear I haven't
I
seen
would,
it.
so you know, like EK had like
EK, but
they
like,
had
he
like
goes,
the super
bro.
shutdown, like where you like if you didn't have your lanyard on, you couldn't walk through the hallways.
Yeah.
I had like 4 lanyards in my backpack of people, was random people, so I walked through the hallways. It was bad, man.
That's funny.
I don't know why I love that school so much, bro.
So talk about the parties and talk about how like your mindset on like, you know, when I think about entertainment, when I think about the city of Grand Rapids, like, you know, what you guys were up to, especially Hijji, like thinking about like making something for young people to do. Like I remember Bob was just getting open and like and like y'all just like, oh, we throwing parties.
Well, the idea was to always have a good time, but be safe, man. We wanted to make sure always like we hated sitting in the house. We would literally plan like, what are we gonna do tonight? Where we at? Where we at?
Yeah.
So and we were like, we're gonna find a random venue, let's find a house, get people there, charge $5 real quick, make some money. It was just have a good time, you know. We didn't want to sit in the house. I didn't drink or smoke until like 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't even about the drugs. It wasn't about none of that. It was about just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody there too. Like no altercations ever, bro. It's like
No,
crazy. Like,
I wasn't having it. No,
super peaceful. Yeah.
You couldn't come in if you was trying to fight. I knew people from all sides of town. Like you say, I went to Forest Hills Northern, catch EK's bell. I live in the hood still to this day. You know what I mean? Like
so you just had everybody.
I was everywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's all about like making sure, like bringing everybody together, but be like for the sake of like a good time, though. You know, that's always the idea.
What the city needs. And to this day, like there's still a
To this
lack, I
day.
feel like, in entertainment and
Oh,
stuff in
yeah.
the city where like I saw Hijji on that, like, bro, why you not out here promoting all these events, bro? Like these people need you, bro.
I
Cause
just
like
met with jokes today.
We plotting, bro.
Shout out to
Invasion
Jokes,
soon,
bro.
for real, bro.
I think that's a good point too, because we had a conversation yesterday about like Earth Gang was in town doing a show, and I feel like no one really knew about it. Like I didn't know about it until like the next day.
And they posted on Instagram because they're at the.
Yeah, they went out like afterwards. It's like something like that. Like that's a group that everybody needs to get behind. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I
And-
tried to pull up last night for the Sunday all city Sunday thing they have at Tip Top.
Okay.
They just canceled it for the weekend though, but they're gonna get right back to it. But I think we should all support that, like get behind that for
That
real,
place.
for real.
Yeah, I was
they
just
have a
talking
movement,
to I think his name Calvin,
Yeah,
a good friend of mine from
Calvin
high school.
DJ.
Yeah, he was telling me to go up there on Sundays.
Yep.
So
Calvin's DJing. Shout out the Seven. Shout out Easttown Jay. They all crazy DJs, man.
Yeah.
Got to, man. Get off this hate and shit, man. If you hating, like, you just a lame. For real, we don't have time
For
for
real.
it. You getting elected in 2019. Like, either, it don't matter. You're not really affecting nothing, but
yeah.
we really have a chance to really, the
Man,
city's gonna go up regardless.
moving,
so
bro.
just be a part of it.
So talk about what you guys, you know, because you're in LA right now.
Yeah.
You're still in the city. I'm still in the city. So after you left, like give some people about what it means to like work together. So to get like a base.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I'm in the city, it feels like crab in a barrel mentality, right? It's just like everyone's
It's
trying
mental
to,
though, bro.
and I'm just like, bro, like listen, we all want the same thing, bro. Like
Yeah.
I swear to God, we do, right?
Yeah.
Like if one person go, it helps everybody else. It's
Yeah.
not limited because like maybe back in the day it was hard. Like if one person made it, was like, yo, because they didn't have social media, like it'd be really hard for them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you really need that man to, like show you love for you to get out. But now it's like,
right.
bro, you just gotta be kind of associated with somebody and people gonna fuck with you.
I can show up to Irie, put on my IG story.
Bro.
We're gonna go.
Simple
Exactly.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
that simple for
Yeah.
real.
It's that easy. So you know, you left the city, you still doing big things out there.
Yeah.
Like, what do you see the difference in like what you trying to bring back to the city? Are you just trying to leave the city? Like, what's your thoughts of Grand Rapids? You know, you grew here, but like,
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm gonna put the city on the map. That's really what I'm gonna do. So, do the music through, even like the events I always did back. Even when I was in LA, I've been there almost for a year now. Did the 616 day event.
yeah,
So that's gonna be an annual thing. That was like the second year, third year.
That was
coming
big.
up.
Yeah,
So
that was a big moment.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna continue. That's just we got the basis of it. And it's dope that I could like reach out to events, reach out to people, and like they actually can contribute something to it.
Yeah.
But it's, the biggest vision for that is just it'd be dope to. Could be a crazy concert festival, whatever it is. It could really kind of develop
can grow
bigger
from
than
there.
that, So just getting a platform, helping brand the city. Yeah, so definitely long term. This is really gonna be a base for me. So yeah, I want to have a crib in LA, but definitely gonna have a crib here. Yeah.
So
and
what
most of my
caused,
family
like-
too are from here too, so it's just
Okay.
like my mom and my dad's side, and so it's just like even my family kind of has a nice, just a platform, and yeah, so I have to. It just is intrinsic to me to do that.
What kind of caused you to move out there? Obviously, it's a lot easier to network out there.
Exactly.
But was that pretty much the motivation?
Yeah, easier networking. I feel like it's a
little bit warmer over there too.
Warmer. The weather's fire too. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
I think it's the headspace too of just the some of the collaborators I can do too when it comes to better studios, better. It's a high level just. Like the creative talent I can meet, like I'm meeting like 3D designers out there. And I'm meeting, there's easier for me to source fabrics and stuff. It's easier for me to kind of do everything I need to, and even just that exposure. I've always been like traveling and stuff like that. So it's just you kind of see that stuff out there. Wow, this business model worked out there. This works here. This artist is hot over here.
Yeah.
And then you come back. But I think the biggest thing about LA is like, while people go to LA and they get on it, you really feel like you're on a whole nother like planet. That's how I feel. Like I'm a complete own thing. I don't have to worry about bumping into somebody or you're
that one guy,
or like whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm my own self, like completely. So
that's cool.
It's a hustle. So that's
cool.
probably the biggest thing. Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say that when they move to LA. I have a brother out there, and he says like a lot of his favorite things about it is just like the hustle. Like everyone out there is trying to do something. So it's easy to get around like good conversations where people are motivating each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's something that we need here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of goes back to what you're saying. Like everybody's kind of fighting against each other, but if we all work together,
Yeah, I just try to say
my fault.
Okay.
People say it's like even like fake too. Like when you get to LA, are people fake over there? It's like I don't think people are not fake. I just feel like we're past the age now where it's like I'm not gonna link with you to sit down and play video games or just smoke and chill. Like
you're trying to work.
Yeah, I'm trying to work, bro. Like so if you're really not, if it's not transaction, that sounds really bad. But it's like. Honestly, like I'm trying to set up my family. You're trying to set up yours in the future. Like all these things as well. Like that's what we have to be on. Like
I kind of like that sense of urgency.
Yeah.
I feel like, in the Midwest, like it's cold over here, right? And things close at 9, and
for real.
You get that 9 to 5. Like it's just slower, and there's not really like a sense of urgency. So like, I'm around people, I'm always like, I feel like I'm going 1,000,000 miles per hour, but I'm just like, yo, why is everybody not like trying to do stuff? I've been up since like 6. Working, like, not to like flex, like, oh, I'm working, I'm hustling, but like, I really tell you, like, I really be actually working. Yeah,
right.
I actually do. It's no cap, like, and like, so I always love to be like, see people like, yo, we all working, like, you never know, like, like, what doors you can open for someone else. Yeah, for sure. Like the beauty is like putting the city on. Like I love what like I'm a huge Drake fan, obviously, like everybody does me, but I just love like what like OVO did for like this, like. Bro,
we weren't talking
winning.
about Toronto.
That's a blueprint, bro. We just do it.
Nah, 100%. We the real 6 though.
It's literally right, and like
we the real 6.
We the real 6.
We talked about that last week.
Yo, so like,
on the show.
So I was thinking, but like, how do we brand ourselves though? Because they kind of really got. Do we say 6'2"?
I think now we do. Because I mean, even
is it 6 1 13?
6 or the 13th.
Oh,
1 3. I think, but I was thinking about that just on sound. I think it's just the 6, bro. Because they in Canada, bro. Like they got the 6.
It is a different world.
Hip hop. We got even in Atlanta they have like zone 6, so they're still saying 6 too. Why can't we be 6 in the Midwest? I feel like we 6, bro. Like
6.
We are the real 6.
I do like the ring of 616 though, and I feel like there's already a lot of stuff around it. Like you have the 616 day, and then like Waldo and Savon dropped the tape called it 616.
616, but is that conversation or like, yo, I'm from the 616 or no?
Yeah,
you just don't sound right. Post I'm from the 6, like. Yeah, Grand Rapids.
Yeah, it's got a better ring to it.
AKA the 6, AKA GR, AKA like.
I honestly believe this. When we figure out whatever that thing is and everyone agrees upon it, it's over, bro. It's easy because then like, everyone's just start saying it because like people like I think that's what the Grand Rapids is missing. That something that we're prideful about because we don't got no really got no sports teams. Like we don't really got 9.
It's gonna come through the music.
You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be music. It has to be something like music, fashion, something entertainment, something that can transcend just our city. Like beer. Cool, like Founders is great, but like ain't nothing like it's not like when I say culture, you guys know what I mean. So like it's like it's not really like piercing that culture. There's a layer to it, but we need all layers in the city environment, or you think of any ecosystem. Right, like that's a layer to it. So like whatever it ends up being, I'm excited because like I'm like, bro, somebody please do it so like I can just be like,
I was thinking about like I was even trying like 1 3. That sounds cool. Like you add up 616, but I really think it's just 6, bro. I think it's just gonna have to be. Oh,
I was in my head. I was trying to figure out what the 1 3 was. Thank you for spelling that out. I was like, wait.
The fact that you have to spell it out is too much. I think
we'll come up with something.
It's gonna be. I don't know. We're gonna see, but I think it could be. I think it could be 2 for real. I know Drake just the biggest brand, but honestly, I mean he's a legend, so he's gonna transition more into business too now. So it's even like
he
definitely is transitioning.
You know. But
so talk about like seems like we're in a world where everyone's trying to be a rapper, right?
Yeah.
So talk about like your mentality when you approach music. Like, are you just blocking out the noise, or are you using that as motivation to like nitpick your music? Like, how do you kind of view that? You know,
when it comes up. What do you mean like blocking out the noise as far as?
So like a lot of people say like everyone's making music.
Okay,
like you're just another artist, right? So do you just not listen at all, or do you use that as motivation? Like how do you approach that side of things?
I feel like because honestly, music was before even the clothes, just on like a hobbyist thing. So like me and my homies, like whenever like Mondo's crib, like my boy Mondo, shout out Mondo. Whenever his crib, you just start making songs, dropping them, having fun. That's really kind of even got a little buzz, and then from there it's like, all right, now it's kind of the clothes, and I kind of just locked it on that, and then it kind of came full circle again. So for me, that the foundation is the music. Even like family rocks with the music a lot too.
So when people say like you just want to be a rapper to make money, it's not like that for you because you've been doing it for longer.
Exactly, right. So it's not even that, and it's just intrinsic. Like for me to, like this drip shit, I've always been on this freshest, always been on the scene doing stuff, always been about the clothes. So what people are rapping about now, like I've been living like that. So it's just kind of like it just makes sense. Where I already was like really just now. It's kind of like I'm really more so. Instead of playing with like I really don't want to rap, I really don't want to do that. You know, let's just do the business. Just try to go that route. But now it's like, nah, why not? Why shouldn't I do that? Why can't I? And then it's like, okay, I really do want to do it. Also, it's just certain things like even going through just things in life too and experiences. I'm kind of happy I did wait a little bit just to, put out something fresh and have a clear voice and kind of really what I want to say too. So, so yeah, you know. That's cool. That's cool. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I really don't even hear that. Like, for me.
Yeah, because I know like we got a lot of the same. I mean, people obviously they never say it to your face, right? Yeah. But like, there's a lot of podcasts out there, so like we had to sit down and like talk about how we're gonna make it different, you know. And it sounds like you did the same thing with the music,
exactly.
You know, it's like that's the important conversation. It's like how you're gonna stand out, you know.
And it just happens too. It's not like I was like, all right, next year I'm gonna start rapping, and we're just like,
you just wanted to get in the studio.
It happened. Dang, it was almost like therapy too. Just going through things, it's like, all right, this is what happened. So just
I like what you just dropped recently. Update from LA.
I appreciate that.
Like the visuals, I liked it personally. I was like, yo, like I remember I said it like 30. I'm like, yo, this shit hot.
Hey,
yeah, we were bumping it on the car.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like what? Like, you just dropped this shit, like, cause we were in Chicago, I think. Yeah. On our way back, so I was like, yo, like what?
That's what's
like. So I'm somebody that like, bro, I'm always trying to support somebody.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just like, not some like corny shit. This on some just like, bro, like. If I actually fuck with you, I actually will support you, bro.
Exactly. That's how I go too.
Like I don't have ego when I like, yo, whatever you do is what you do. Like it doesn't really matter to me. If I know you though, like we went to school together, like our parents know each other, like bro, that's different.
Exactly.
Like stop being weird, bro.
You gotta lock in. That's what I'm saying, bro. For real.
I'm just some weird shit. I was like, bro, I know your dad, bro. Why you being weird?
Yeah.
I know your pops, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I'm pretty sure like we all know each other. Bro.
Like, I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Like, the city's not that big.
Back to update from LA though. I hit him right away, and I was like, "Yo, this video is perfect for you because I know you wanted it just like that. Like he shot it like so well for himself. You know, it fit him. Mm-hmm. I guess like the thing about Brandon is like his art is so much him, bro. It's not like anybody else but himself, and I love that about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you win though. Like even talking about this, like being authentic. Like that's my number one driver. Like
sure, you can tell too.
But everyone that's trying to that's all I care about. So when you start trying to be yourself, I just think it's scary, bro. Yeah. Like in the world of like, Me Too's is like, yo, bro, like I don't know how you stand out. Like what you bring to the table, like whether it's business, creative, arts, just in life, like you know what I'm saying? Like but everyone I feel like in this city, I mean any city really, just like the world, like someone says something and then you subscribe to it. And I'm always, whenever I zigged, I always zagged. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I've always been my own person.
Have to.
And I feel like all of us, that's why we're sitting here doing our own thing. So when people like, I've been getting hit a lot of questions lately. I'm like, all right, like you zigging, because everyone else is zigging. How about you zag for a second?
Something else.
Like, do you want to zag? Yeah. Or do you want to be with this person? You know, like that's a serious conversation. Like, and actually play it through in your brain. I always tell people like, do you actually want to do that? Like, do you even know what it's like? People, I want a restaurant. No, you fucking want a restaurant, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That can't be fun.
You don't know what that word means.
I was like, partner
that
up
shit
with
is not
somebody.
easy,
I
bro.
come and eat there, like put some money up. That's what I want to do. Restaurant. Not on the back, not operational stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
People be like pissing on my fucking you know what I'm saying? My bathroom. Like the disrespect is real, bro. I guess we have to go in there and clean it. This nigga right here. So like for me, it's like, you sure, bro?
Yeah,
You sure?
Or you think it's cool because like whatever.
They see the glamour, bro. People always see the glamour.
And I always tell people like, yo, I didn't do the college thing. So like I've been working in the city for 6-7 years. Like it was like hard work.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of people talk about that with athletes too. I think that's like the biggest thing because everyone's like, oh, they get paid so much to do nothing. It's like, you don't see the 6-hour workouts, the 2 a days, the 3 a days. Like they're paying millions of dollars for nutritionists every year. Like it's not as easy as people work it up to be. And
they're
it's
also
like,
playing a sport on live TV. Like, that's not easy.
yeah, like they're dealing with like people saying racist stuff to them while they're playing the game, and it's like people coming at their family. It's like that's a different world that most people can't
like
deal
competition, bro. Like you're like.
Yeah.
There's hard work that gets everyone to the professional, right? You have to be a hard worker. Then there's like a talent thing, bro, that comes in play. Like,
of course,
like the people that play with LeBron, think about it, or like a KD or even a Kawhi, like they're really good. Like anybody else, like I'm not talking about the greats. I'm talking about like the people that play with
right now. Yeah.
Like they'll beat anybody in ball any day, and then like you see them like look like bums next to LeBron, bro. Like mentally, that must mess with you because you're like, bro, like I'm good at basketball.
I know I'm cold. I know.
Like look at my contract, bro. I'm good. Like and LeBron is coming out, like bro, he's like what?
I think that happens with like every third guy, like third star on the team, like Kevin Love, Chris Bosh. Like you really have to put the ego aside to be if you want to be a champion. You know, that's a tough thing to do. Like
they both got
playing your position is real in life. 100%.
You have to.
I think I want to bring that back. I think everyone's like wants to be the head guy all the time. I'm like, bro, that shit, bro. You do not want to be the head guy all the time. That shit lonely. I gotta make hella decisions all the time. When I mess up, it's on me. Like, you sure you want that pressure, or do you want to be able to go home and not worry about nothing?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to limit you. I want you to be great. I'm just saying that like, just because it looks like doesn't mean it actually is.
No, like, you want to do that. Everybody want to have that boss talk, and it's just like.
Pays the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, it's just like okay, like people want to talk like it, but they don't care about the walk at all.
Yeah.
So talk about you guys taking action on like the music, the fashion, like why is that so important to you? Like, why is it so important that you actually take? You know, we can sit here and talk. We have a podcast.
For real.
I'm sure a lot of people who listen to this podcast have the same conversation we're all having.
Yeah.
So what makes you guys get up and go do something?
I used to wake up every day and be like, I gotta get crispy because I need 3 girls from my high school. I don't know. I used to love getting dressed so I could talk to more girls, but for real.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where I was like, I'm better dressed than most people, like, you know, everybody else. Like, I'm just keep doing it. So I just love dressing better than people, bro. It's a mental thing, for real. You look good, you play good. You know what I mean? Like, I play good every day. So I look good every day.
Honestly, you do feel like 1,000% better when you just.
Oh, when you know you got like a fresh outfit on?
Yeah, everything's good. And it's just like, I feel like the way you do certain things, the small things is the way you do everything. So it's like, for me, it's like, I dress nice. Okay, now why executing the music too? Like the quality should be good too. Like the production should be fresh. Everything should be fresh. Everything I do from if it's business concepts, if it's whatever. So yeah, I think it just once again, I know it's hard to even explain. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself, and that's who I am. Because sometimes in the past, it's like, I'm overdressed, or I have to shrink around people, or I can't talk a certain way, and it's like, one day I was done being like kind of that double consciousness. And not to even go deep into that.
No, we can get deep in it, bro.
But it's more like even, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to talk this way in this room, but then here, but it's like nowadays. We didn't have all this respectability politics nowadays. Even my parents had to go through and stuff. Yeah. I can swear, still have a degree,
all this,
smoke, do whatever I want to do, and you can't check me if I'm my own my own.
You're just being you.
You're
being me. Right? Like how are you gonna punish somebody for being them? Like that's so whack.
We're in a new world for sure.
Definitely.
Totally
so I've been talking a lot about intent, like where are you going? Yeah. I think a lot of people that I've talked to are like worried about how. I said that shit don't even matter, bro. Like where are you going? What's your intent, and especially this double life, especially as like minorities, I feel like it's very important to like be authentically yourself at all times. Because if somebody has that over you for whatever reason, I feel like it's just like you're not really you like posturing up something that you really not like. At the end of the day, bro, I do stuff and people why you do that? Why you say that? I'm like, bro, I don't have a boss, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not trying to fake it either.
I'm not even trying to be like literally no one can tell me what to do. They don't pay my bills.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Like, you don't pay my bills. So, like, it's like, you took care of me, like, and like, you you paying my bills. Like, then I'm like, I guess, like, I have to listen to you.
Listen.
But, like, you don't.
Yeah.
So I can go in a room and sit, like, with CEOs.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes I might pull up a big man wearing sweats and with my beard not. But, like, they get it because I'm like, yo, I'm working, bro. I'm like, understand me.
And I don't work for you, bro.
And I don't work for you. And, like, you meeting with me. I'm bringing some value to the table. Like,
exactly.
So it's like, outside my appearance, like, whatever. Sometimes I'm looking fresh. Like, whatever it is, like, doesn't really matter. But I love the fact that, like, you know, I don't have a boss. And especially as a minority, I'm really big on that lately. Just, like, own something. And if it's not, like, a business, at least own your authentic self.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, people catch you one way and see you another way. That could really mess up a bag for you if they didn't really understand. And then is even the money even worth it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, not all bags are good bags, bro.
At all.
Not all opportunities are good opportunities.
For real.
And, like, you don't know yourself. You don't know where you're going. So I want to kind of, like, get deep with you guys. Like, where are you going? What is you guys' intent? I know you guys have separate missions, but you guys are together, right? So, like, what is it?
Yeah. I mean, me,
Invasion, world domination.
Yeah, invasion, world domination. But really, that's, like, the biggest thing.
I mean,
music is, like... Yeah. When it comes to that's the platform for everything. That's what I love to do. That's what I really want to kind of lay the foundation for the empire I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
Music goes up, great, cool. When I always do that, that's just be myself.
Yeah.
Now I can finally get back to the clothes and do it at the level I want to. When I can finally have, you know, just the team I need around me, the custom garments, all that stuff. You know, I have some tech life too I want to get into. But my biggest thing is ownership too. So I could once again hustle, put together these pitch decks and presentations to talk to somebody. But why can't I put my own bag up and do it myself? And all that takes is a little bit more time, and you can control your destiny with everything. So I don't have to go in front of somebody, dance, do this, say I can't do this around you, and then I can't even execute my vision exactly how I want to. And really, so that's like I guess that's more the wealth factor. And of course, you get to there and you can do. When it comes to real estate, other fitness business stuff, just really trying to monetize my lifestyle.
Builds on top of each other.
But, you know, the city's really important to me, dog. Like, I really see a lot of potential, just how diverse it is. Mm-hmm. It's something unique about it. And I'm just trying to somehow try to shine light and kind of bring that uniqueness out of the city, too. That's always been my thing. Even from when I brought people, like artists into the city for, like, Cranium tours and stuff like that here. And events and stuff like that. So that's really my biggest thing. So definitely really, I'm gonna give you that fire on the music. My biggest thing right now just because I was in that kind of design space for a minute, it's like I really do this music shit, and so I just proved myself in that sense. So yeah
that's what's up.
That's sick, bro.
That's what's up.
What about you?
Bro, health and wealth for real. Just really trying to push this water intake for everybody to get more water in their system, man. I don't know why they're not.
Sure of it.
Like that mission.
Man, just to make sure everybody's drinking water.
Drink more water.
The water.
Water, titties, and money is all I really care about.
You better drop some fire merch stuff too. Like I'm telling you.
No, I believe it, bro. Like I be around him, like, bro, like
he be waiting for me. He be getting mad because I don't do enough.
Yeah. I really be that person, bro. I be like, pull your side of it and just yell at you for like 10 minutes. Like, bro, why you not doing shit, bro? Because, like, if I believe in you, bro, I really would take the time. If I don't, you not
that's what I'm saying.
You not gonna be saying shit to you. I'm like,
right.
Nah, he do.
Like, I really be getting, I can get intense, too. Like, really be hyping. Like, come on, bro. Like, and it's like, honestly, I promise y'all would not be even talking to you or hype or even care if I didn't think you have potential. So, it's the personality thing, too. It's like, gotta chill certain ways. But at the same time, it's just like, really, if I don't care, I really would just, word? Like,
yeah.
Like, I really don't care, so I really do care. Like,
yeah,
exactly. I think
that's the best part about like the world we live in is like through social media you have contacts with so many different people. Yeah. So, and I actually was listening to Gary Vee talk about this. He was saying like back in the day, like if you weren't accepted at your school, that was it. Like there was no other way to like make friends for real. But now it's like, if you're like a gamer, like you can do that online. Like you can have your friends separate from the real world. And it's like, depending on whatever your views are on that, it's like you can really find your sense of community wherever you are. Yeah, and so that's like the cool thing about how interlocked the world is nowadays.
It really is.
That's so crazy to me. Gaming's really real, bro. People are getting paid for that stuff.
Big time, bro.
That's nuts to me, man.
Big time. I was telling him a few weeks ago, there's a tournament for a game called Dota that was like, I think first place got like $15 million between 5 people.
I've never even heard the game. I'm sleeping. Like, that's
messed
up.
exactly. Like, it's like some of these games don't even touch America. Like, they're only over in like Asia and stuff.
That's crazy.
It's like the money in it is insane.
And people get sponsored, like even Offset has a team. Like, I'm like no.
Yeah, really, Offset's invested.
Really?
They put it behind people.
Yeah, Drake's invested. Like so many. It's crazy.
They put money by, and then the crazy thing, because I'm business through and through.
Yeah,
I just know that like people getting small bags now. You talking about people getting $3 million now? That means they're getting underpaid, bro. Really think about it, like it's not fully matured yet.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Wow.
So you really think about the business? They're like, oh, so you mean to tell me that like there might be a huge global competition and kids are walking away with 60 mil, 70 mil? Like you gotta really think about it. They getting paid $3 million to 15 now.
Yeah, for imagine like 5 years from now.
I've never heard of the game.
Yeah. And that's the thing is there's new games coming out like every day.
I don't know what
that's not
me either.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then the wild thing is that there's new games coming out every day.
Oh yeah.
So like it's esports is like as a whole, gaming as a whole. It's just it's always gonna, because it's not like people are gonna stop making games. You know, like we've been playing Mario our whole lives. Like games have been around forever, and it's only gonna get crazier. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna stop watching basketball. We're gonna watch like VR basketball. Yeah. Like life's gonna change. I might actually make it to the league, yo. My dream's still alive. Can you imagine though? Like I've been thinking about this a lot, yo. Like imagine if 2K was VR, and instead of like playing my player, you're actually in the game. It's like LeBron's really on your team. It's like people want to leave the house.
What position would you play?
Me?
Yeah,
I gotta be a point guard, bro.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You gotta really you really have to be good. But why would you be good in the? I don't know what the difference would be. I guess you would have to.
Because then you can make your character. League, you can make your character 6'4", jacked. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So like that's the thing. Like for the kids that don't make it to the league, just
like,
log on and go to the league,
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
But like just how like like the game's actually really good games. You know what I'm saying? Like how many like people are like actually like play the sport who might actually really be playing 2K all the time, their off time, who really cold.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Not everyone can be LeBron. You feel me?
Yeah, now they can.
So like, but they can like
you can log into the game.
You know what I'm saying?
They
can like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
LeBron got like 5 inches on me, man. I don't think I'm ever gonna get there.
I think I'm done growing.
I'm done growing for sure. I think so.
Yeah. I wasn't blessed with the height gene. I got cut from the team in 7th grade. That ended my hoop dreams.
My freshman year, bro.
Hoop dreams
cut me down, bro.
Man.
I feel like every kid like grew one. Like,
I never had hoop dreams. I was on my soccer shit.
Yeah, you were really playing soccer.
I was nice. I'm still with like in some pickup. I'll be the best rapper soccer player ever. I'm not playing, bro. Put me in a celebrity game one day, bro. Yeah, I'm not playing, bro.
You might be the only rapper that plays soccer for real.
Yeah, I know, bro. I got a lane, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
I got this lane.
Although Lil Uzi's about to drop a track called Futsal or something like that, I think. So he might take the lane. That's what he said on Twitter.
Little shuffle dance.
He said like some dance coming out.
You gotta go on the Afro beats and the salsa beats, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Cause I could really hop on the beat with him, go play some soccer with him, go for a run. I'm on my fitness now too, a lot too. So it's
there you go. There you go. Really. So when it comes to music, what artists you guys listen to nowadays?
Larry Jude.
Ooh,
he the hottest out.
Hard.
Larry Jude the hottest out.
Larry Jude.
I like Flip De Niro's new album.
Flip De Niro's cold. He just showed me him like last week.
Yeah, I think people are gonna sleep on saying they like that album. I like that album.
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch is a tough
Roddy Ricch.
All he has is his
Hit Machine, bro.
Roddy Ricch hard, man.
Hit Machine. Where's he from? He's from Atlanta.
Roddy Ricch is from Compton.
Compton, yeah.
Oh, for real?
But he spent some time in Atlanta, I think.
It sounds kind of Atlanta-ish, but
yo, I'm not gonna just to say, but I really like Blanco's album, bro. Impressions.
Oh, Blanco, yeah. Avery probably one of the hottest rappers. I'm sorry for this government out there, but like I said that last night too to somebody. He was like, who's like one of the best rappers of the city? Blanco's the toughest one out here.
Oh yeah,
like on some real, like I'm not even just like I saw him we were out on that night. I was like, bro, like I know you late right now, bro, but I actually fuck with your music. Like, I'm not even trying to say it just on some funny shit. Like it's actually good.
Self-produced, bro. He produced the whole album, bro.
That's crazy.
That's
that label. They got some good artists over there, man.
What's that guy's name you showed me?
Juan Honcho.
Is he part of it?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, spitting, bro.
He's my favorite out that group, bro. I mess with him heavy.
And then the other guy, too.
They got
Gio. Yeah, Gio.
Yeah, bro, the city, bro, between like...
Gio and Avery.
I'm like, wait a minute.
They got Zoe on there, too. Yeah, Zoe Electra. Yeah, she got music, too. She only got like one song out, but she got some flames.
See? That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Moving right, bro.
This is where like the platforms and like the support needs to come in because like,
They're like,
these people are giving you some.
All my friends.
I don't think people realize like how much work and like with music, it's like I mean, you know, that's part of something that's inside you. So like when you share it, like you share it with the world,
and like we're talking about like 3 or 4 artists, but man, there's so many rappers in the city like that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
you know.
I got put on somebody last night. I'm like no idea who he. I have to go through some text and figure out who his name was, but he played like 2 songs for me, and I was like, "Yo, this is probably the cleanest music I've heard in a long time." Great wave, bro. And it was something that's like he doesn't sound like anybody. He's so in his own lane. And I was like, yeah, I have to find out. I'll shoot the text to everybody, let you know who he is. But he was dope for real.
That's what's up.
We doing top 5 albums of the year in a couple of weeks.
I think that's next week.
Is
bro.
it next week?
Yeah, I think so.
So like, what are you guys like top project you guys been listening to?
Oh, you said of the decade?
No,
or the year?
This
year.
year.
The decade is too hard, bro.
This year was
we
hard,
gotta do it though.
Yeah, skip that. The decade. I'm not into none of them top 50 lists. All that, can't do it.
It's too hard.
I gotta look at my phone real quick for that one.
It's just rap.
It just takes forever.
And how can you rank?
It's more of like a favorite. It's
There's
not
so many
really
different
like
lanes. Like, cause people might judge you just off Sonics, but I'm looking at people like Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, like they're bosses. Like, I want to be on that boss shit. Drake, Travis Scott, business. Like, I don't care just about. You have a #1 album, but do you own your masters?
A lot of people signing 360s, yo. Not
that's
getting
deep.
any
Now
money.
you get some layers there. You know what I'm saying? What are the specifications? What we
So then you get all these angles. I'm that person, but then some other kids like I don't give a fuck. I just care about strictly the sound. And it's just like so that's why the 50 list is not like basketball where it's just like
it's too hard to do.
Going off on that, like
it's too hard.
Kanye did an interview about that, and he was talking about like people not owning stuff and like I agree with that. Like in the sense of just like he's like, what is the culture? Like, and I was like, facts, because this is, and like, Sam, this is shit I be saying all the time. I was like, so, you mean to tell me homeboy looks like him, tell me, what, hot?
That's what I'm saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not really just not,
And that's why, again, like, I'm big on, like, owning my own thing. Not that you can't work with other people.
Exactly.
But just have some, like, I was in the meeting, like, a couple weeks ago, and I tweeted this, I was like, when I was a kid, I dreamt of being the bad giver, right? Like, when I meet with these people, I'm like, yo, they try to talk to me. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to be you, bro. Like, I'm not trying to get nothing from. There's nothing you can give me. I don't want anything.
Yeah, for real.
And it's just like, it's so like for me, like, I'm really big on like showing kids like, yo, like, so I'm not musically inclined like that, like, or
you gotta get in the studio. You got a hit in you.
But
I've heard the freestyle.
I got like 3 songs in me for sure.
I know you got a hit in you.
We're gonna make it happen, bro.
I just got the things I say, but I don't really think I got music for real. But like business and like the way I move is like, yo, like I saw Stephen A talk about this too. He was like, yo, you can be me. So I was like thinking about like that.
That was a good speech when he said that. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, like I looked at the Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Now I didn't look at the color. I was like, yo, I thought that
business,
like
the mind.
But I was like, yo, you can like, I want to influence the influence. I want to carve out a piece. There's a big ass pie, bro. I want my slice. You feel me?
No, for sure.
And like, there's enough pie for everybody. But like, the last thing I do is like take crumbs from somebody else's, right? Yeah. So like, I'd rather just cut my own slice. But like, I really do believe in that. Like, you have to own it. You have to like, if you have the vision and you really about it, you really gonna put the action to it. And like, you have to slow down for a second. I've been telling a lot of young kids like, yo, slow down. Like,
for real.
You talking, you know what the walk looks like.
Exactly.
But like, what do you mean? Where are you going? What's your intent? And then like, go ahead and go attack it. Cause like, be careful what you ask for. You know, I'm in meetings and situations a lot of times just locally, and I haven't done anything yet, which is crazy to me. So it means it just showed me that like, I'm on a track. Yeah. So now I'm just slowing down and really being aware about what I say, what I do, who I'm around, and what I set up. Exactly. Because it's like, it is gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Big time. Mm-hmm. Especially in the world like the new 2020. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Nah. But I do know like,
I'm excited for it though.
I'm super excited for it. It's not scary, but it's just like, y'all, like, we work together, we talk, communicate. Like, we gonna be 30 soon.
Oh yeah.
So the last thing I want to do, like, and I have my friends who are 30 that are doing really well, and my friends who are not doing really well. And so you gotta learn and be aware and be like, yo, where did you misstep? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were you on? You were on too much. All that, right? Versus the people who like continually to work. Mm-hmm. And then you'll see at the end of it, like, that's all we can tell at the end of the day, right? It's like 10, 20 years in. Jay-Z really a boss, bro. Like, he about to get. He really rapped about giving you the blueprint. Exactly. He really told you what he was gonna do the whole time. Yeah. And he did it.
Yeah. And that's that business line. Like, I feel like the same thing with me. The core of me is businessman. That's what I'm. It's like, okay, some people choose a real estate route, crypto route. That's the way they can get. But like, for me, I know the best way is for me to really or get out the mud and kind of make that
own.
blueprint for how I can do it myself.
Yeah.
It's through like my artistic abilities, through the close to the music. That's the way. Some people are like, are you at the restaurant? Some people it's this. It's like all these other things as well. So it's just like I think the biggest thing.
Like knowing yourself, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
You should look at everything as a business, man. At the core of it, it's like great. The passions are great, man. You learn how to monetize them, man. Please.
If you don't make money, it don't make sense.
Yeah, that's deep.
It doesn't, and it's just like yes, when you're young, it's fun. You can do your thing, but you got to find a way that like, okay, is this a project or is this a business?
Yeah. And I think like especially nowadays, like you can make money off anything,
bro.
If you're good enough at it, if you're talented enough, you know.
What I'm saying.
And especially like you can watch an hour of YouTube videos and you could probably like figure out the basics of something, you know. So like if you really take the time, like if you're really passionate about making music, like you can really learn it and actually make some money from it. So it's like if you anything you want to take serious, you can actually do something.
And on the flip side, just to play devil's advocate, I think it's also okay to have hobbies.
It is okay.
Oh,
yeah.
And just like love to do something. Not saying you're not saying that, but like there's a lot of people running to like trying to do like 100 things.
Yeah, don't do
I
that.
And I'm just like, all right, listen.
From, like,
I had to learn that too, though.
Yeah, I'm not doubting you because like, as soon as you say something, you hating, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, bro, you can go to all those things.
I know all this. I'm doing this.
I'm good at like one. I'm
doing
kind of good at two, right?
Yeah.
Like you really gotta, and like it's okay to have. It's okay to like you're listening to this right now. It's okay to make music just for fun.
Yeah.
But it's also if you really think
you have this out.
If you spending all this money in the studio and you're not making money, it's just what?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, what are you doing it for?
But the question is
get
like
the home studio and then maybe that's a cool hobby. But if you really like,
But then the second part is like if you actually you have the business mind like Scott, where you're like, all right, like I could actually probably like whether I sell $1 million don't really matter. I know how to get myself on whatever to make the business out of it to make it make sense. Yeah. Or you're like, yo, I actually think I'm really that good at making music. Where like I can be Drake. Then I'm like, yo, you should actually just take your hobby, take a passion, and turn it into like income.
Yeah.
Like, but like make it innocent at first.
Exactly.
So you can actually learn it instead of like you go tweet on Twitter. I see people highlight shit. I'm like, bro, how you know you want to do fashion, bro?
What made you say
like what you made you say it? Because like Skotty had a brand, Parker has a brand.
Does he dress nice?
Laura has a, like you just saying it because like everyone. Like ever has a brand, you actually know what it means. Like I watch Parker like be a student for years.
He's
bro.
still man. I love how he moves.
He
bro.
just be working,
That's how
and
you move, bro.
he really be working, bro. He really be studying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he actually cares about it.
Exactly.
Like so, like for me, it's like oh, like he does the same thing I do, but on this other thing. So like I'm like okay, like cool, but then he has hobbies, and I have hobbies, things I enjoy to do. So I'm trying to show people like yo, like yeah, he's social media, we all talk, we all do cool shit, but like. We're still human beings, right?
Mm-hmm. For real.
Like, and I feel like I want to like preach that for 2020 more, dude, to the youngs and like even people older than me. And just like, yo, like you can still just be.
I tell people all the time, live your life first.
Hustle smart too, though, man. Like, you're not just always wake up. Some people do, but that's not like for me. It was like okay, at first it was like you're on that hustle. I took it so literal, but then it's like now it's so much more balanced. I'm eating correctly. I'm working out. I'm running.
What is your process, yo? Come on now. Not like you can answer that, but just like saying out loud, like working out, being healthy is real,
bro.
To be able to do what you want. Mm-hmm. That's why I always tell like slow down and
you
actually
have a healthy life if you don't have a healthy body.
And people think they see these moguls.
Drink
like,
water.
I was even seeing Diddy up like he on his Revolt conference. He was talking about like everybody thinks like you got Ciroc, you got Revolt, you got this, you got that, you got that, and he's like people don't realize. Bad boy, got it, perfect. Brick laid perfect now.
Yeah.
Now
you
bad
can step
boy's
away.
Good.
Yeah.
Now let's go to this next.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's go get this up. But people just try to be like, oh, I'm doing the fashion lane. Let's do the music now. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But you gotta pick a lane. Like it's not like you have to be so literal. Like be in a box, only do one thing. Like this is your identity. But honestly, accept that identity just for that season. Like, and then you can. All right, now you can continue to get there. You can't just. You don't wake up one day Diddy. You can't
do five things at one time.
It took years for Diddy to become Diddy, bro.
He's still not.
And he was early. He was early success.
I love that about him, bro.
Yeah. He was early success, but it still took years for him to become Diddy.
Diddy hustles unmatched on his grind. I love it, bro. He wake up every day.
Yeah, it's just like on some real just seeing things through, right? Like
for real, bro.
You have a plan, you have an idea, and like that's how you know if you're setting yourself apart. You listen to a podcast right now, it's like, yo, like, are you that kind of person or not? And it's okay if you're not.
It's a choice, bro.
It's not a bad thing. I think we gotta stop doing that, like bullying, killing. Oh yeah, you not.
You want to be a worker, calling people work. That's like,
come on.
You
there's nothing wrong
you can
with
have
that,
shit talk. It's cool on like a rap, like on a song. But it's like,
in real life,
separate that. Like,
everyone else, a lot of people are working.
Because if you're a business, you're gonna need some employees to help you. You want good people that you want to treat. Like,
right. And if you're talking shit about employees and then you're trying to hire someone, like it'll never work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then, like people use this example a lot, but like the 500 person at Apple is like a millionaire right now. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Wait, what? Excuse me? Say that again.
So like the 500 employee at Apple is probably sitting on $1 million right now.
Probably sitting on a bill, bro.
So it's like, it doesn't matter if you're an employee. Like if you're like, some people are good employees.
I always tell people,
Got that little 0.2%.
I'm telling people, if you want to make money, bro, get a job. I always tell people, they're like, what? If you want to make money,
it's the fastest way to make
get
money.
a job.
Yeah.
If you want to do something and like build something, whether you make money or not, then you do your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but do my own thing. It's not even about the money.
That's what I'm saying.
The money is like an extra part of it. Now I say get the bag, like don't do shit for free. You know,
Maybe these trick
like,
questions, like I can only operate like it's just.
I
like,
can only do this.
I don't know.
Like, and I was literally, I had sushi last night in a meeting. And I was like, yo, if I was 4.0 student and I was good at school, I'll have a job right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, like, but I
just
don't
weren't
have
good
that,
at school,
and I'm
yeah.
not like that. So I'm doing this, and I'm like, I don't get why everyone's so confused about
Being you.
right. And I know being an entrepreneur is cool right now. It's hot.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm like, bro, like, listen, bro, like,
Really
well, not advised if you're really not about it.
For it. Yeah, don't do it.
And like, there's so many, like, even me, it's like hard to get people on staff, especially young kids. I'm like trying to give them an opportunity. Like, yo, like, you want to be over operations for everything that I do? That's a bag. Nah, I do my own thing. Like, all right, respect.
But
like, it's like,
and you need people that buy into the vision too. At the same time, it's like only so long you can finesse and all right, do your thing on the side. But eventually, you kind of have to.
You need people.
You need to be in alignment with what I'm trying to do. And I don't. You're not really though.
Yeah.
no, seriously, you gotta decide you want to buy into it or not.
Yeah. Exactly.
And everyone's their own human being. And I think we're coming to the economy like 2020 where like the side hustle thing is gonna be real, but and like a la carte thing can be real. But at the same time, you think about health insurance, you think about real adult shit that no one wants to talk about. You got to have a base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like if Cranium could be your base, where like it becomes the multi that pays for your insurance, pays for your kids' college, pays for your mortgage, and your hustle is like the vacations, the drip, the cars. But like a lot of people don't have
that base.
What's your base?
Yeah.
And if you want to build it, build it. But that shit's scary. That shit's hard, bro. 7 years I've been working.
And even you run it up, the other thing that's cool lifestyle stuff, but it's like make sure you start kind of diversifying that portfolio. Like you need to buy some land, bro. You need to do that. You need to do like it's just these are facts because you don't just want to be like fashion is fashion because it changes all the time. You might not be hot forever, but you still need to make sure you have some really solid stuff.
Bro, really save your money, bro. I've been on this kick, bro. It's never what you make, it's what you keep.
I know.
Like,
I got an issue with that, bro.
Yeah, I got it. I save well, but
you gotta save, bro.
That LA life's not cheap, man.
I know it's like, no, but you'll never gross it, bro, unless you're LeBron. You're not gonna get the $100 million tomorrow.
You want to get it tomorrow.
You're gonna earn it, yes.
Exactly.
But how you gonna get there? Well,
Yeah.
I saved $1 million every year.
To
Then
do
I
this
saved and then I invested in that, and I saved that money.
But then you got people too that just I save. They literally just save, and then it's just for the rainy day, cool. But at the same time, they'll never be able to.
Well, yeah, you gotta enjoy it too, bro. You're gonna die, bro.
Yeah, but that too. Exactly, they're gonna die. But then even
like,
like
take it with you.
Sometimes you save to take that jump to start this. You can still be smart with it, but honestly, we think it's all like a straight blueprint. Like save this. You see all these Twitter and Instagram accounts where you see them trying to get the blueprint to people, but there's no. You should never base your life off of somebody else's blueprint. Like
no, you gotta know yourself and your talents and like. But the thing I've been giving advice to people is like, yo, work 10 years for somebody. I know it's a long time, but like, or multiple people, however you want to go about it, and then like literally like if you're making 70 plus, you can really save some money. Oh yeah. And so if you say, so let's say you save what $30,000 a year. I know it's a crazy number, but for 10 years, how much money you got in 10 years?
300,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Now what? Now you can work where you want to work. You can take your idea for your business, and no one can $300,000 is $300,000, bro. Right. It's not $1 million, but you have a base where like you're still renting, you're still living like no one can't really tell you what to do.
What if you started at when you're 16 now?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sick, right? So like,
I
always tell people, regardless, I'm gonna make it regardless financially.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna happen for my life regardless. But and that's why I'm in a position right now, like 20, where I'm like, okay, like no one can really tell me what to do, literally. Yeah. But also, like, I think there's so much power in that. Like, yo, like, if you like, you really smart, or you can finagle, you can talk, whatever your skill is, and you saving $50,000 a year in 10 years, you have $500,000 saved up. Yeah. Now you want to do the restaurant, you have the money to.
You don't need to go.
Or you want to do the fashion thing, or you can be like, I'm gonna just work part time, and I'll just do consulting work. I have $500,000 saved up. Like, I'm good. Like, if a rainy day happens, or if I want to buy something or take the trip, I have the money. I'm making enough money of interest. Like, that's a really practical way.
That's practical.
Right?
But what if you're trying to... But that billionaire, it's different. Because that's a big risk to
That's
try to go for the billy.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you feel like you have it in you, you go for it.
Yeah.
But you don't risk everything for it.
Nah, you know.
You know
Well,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
You risk a lot.
Even if you aim for that, but you hit 500,000, like you're doing well for yourself. Like people set the numbers so high that they forget like how much.
And why do you want the billion?
Like you got to think about how much 200,000 a year really is. Like
I think when people actually make 250, they'll realize how much money that is.
yeah, like you don't know what to do.
You
with
be like, all right, I just made 250, like low key, like
All right, I'm
you're good. Yeah.
like, and then it's like
Shit.
after that is literally a tool, bro.
Yeah.
Literally,
For real.
legitly a tool. It's like I
Yeah.
want to go on this vacation. I want to go invest in this thing.
Yes.
Like, and then you happen to make the more money you do. But like
Exactly.
at a certain level, like and like I'm not at millionaire status. I'm not saying, but I've been around them.
On the
like,
way.
On the way, right? But it's like at a certain level, it's like billion is scary because like it's like you don't know how much money you make. It's unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can't do.
Yeah, nah.
But you're spending all your time protecting what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Scary money don't.
Like,
make
cause
money.
like you know where your money at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got 100 bill, bro. You think Bill Gates spends half his day doing? Probably like, yo, where my fucking money at right now?
For real.
There's probably people taking money out right now. He don't even know.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and then
have 3
billionaire
accounts.
is cool. Like, and I love the mission. I think for like, especially for the minority community, we have to like. Financial freedom is our only hope in America.
Yeah.
America is a capitalistic country. That's what it's
Yeah.
built on. So I'm not against the billionaire status, but what I don't like is like the risk it all for a billion. Right, 500K, 300K, 200K is real money, bro.
Yeah.
And like you think about like putting your family, if you want to leave a legacy, and giving your kids a nice 500K, $1 million, a 1.2 mil in 70 years
Yeah.
to jump and do something with it, like that's huge, bro. Why are we talking about 100 mil or a billion? I'm like, nah, bro. Like you got it in you, or you have the
Exactly.
business to make it. Like
Is it really practical? Do you actually have a plan? Or are you just saying a number because it sounds cool? Or
1%.
Like, what is your plan?
exactly, 1%
Yeah.
of the world is financially set. 0.1% is a billionaire. You understand how hard? Nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like you really gotta
You
think.
have to
like,
change the world to get that much. You have to really
you gotta be
impact
Diddy,
people's
bro.
lives.
You gotta have Biggie on your label, and then you gotta be able to leverage Ciroc, and then you got right. Or you gotta be Jay-Z. You gotta really build
Has
it.
he caught the bill yet?
I think he's close to, bro.
Really?
I mean,
He close.
Yeah, I think like
if he's not there already, he's close.
Or you
Like,
don't want to report it because Forbes is still like.
yeah, the feds are low key. But like Kanye said, he took home $890 million for his business for Yeezy,
That's crazy.
and he showed Forbes his tax receipts, right? $890 million, and he leveraged his brand. But that's Kanye West.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's also 100 people we don't even know about. They're not public.
Oh yeah.
That are doing it too.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I'm just saying, like, you know.
And I'd say even saying how you said that's Kanye West.
Yeah.
Because I say it's
There's
like,
only one.
Yes, we
Yeah.
say that, but it's like these people just worked hard, dedicated. Because I
But Kanye West could be Skotty Welch. I'm not.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but even for that mindset, like
Yeah.
when people always they look at LeBron and Kanye West and Jay-Z and these
Yeah.
people are like they're so different, and
They're not different,
they're
yeah.
not. They just really they gave up a lot more than other people.
What are you willing to sacrifice?
What are you willing to?
Mm-hmm.
What are you
so
willing
real.
to?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with every big decision you got to make, it comes with sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody wants to be a boss and entrepreneur, but they don't
Yeah.
understand that you got to work 70, 80 hours a week. Like
Nobody's gonna care. Nobody care. You could drop some
Yeah.
shit. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You could drop a great new shirt. It's cool. Like if you start a business, like I'm starting all these shirts. I'm about to get all these things, and it's just
Yeah.
like you drop it.
No
Nobody
one
cares.
Yeah.
You gotta
Nobody's
earn
happy
it.
to hear. Take my money.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
Unless you get to that point where you
And I
It's
feel
like
like-
consistency. That's what we were talking about earlier.
And I feel like too the sacrifices. I think sometimes also while you're in your journey, like you try to control too much. Where like you sacrifice and be like, oh, I don't want it unless it looks exactly like this.
yeah, you can't do that.
Can't do it, bro. That's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Like that's not how the universe works. I'm sorry. Like as soon as you ask for something, you get deep about manifestation and like intent and all that stuff. Like you asking for something, you're gonna get it, but you have to relinquish control about how it's gonna look like.
You have
Yeah.
to. You have to.
Right? Because like you're co-creating your world with somebody else, like with a higher power, whatever you want to believe. But like at the same time, when you ask for something, you ask for more money or more, you're asking for more responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it means like more sacrifices, but like less things you're in control of. Like I see people like, oh, I want to make it with these people. I'm like, well, they don't want it, bro,
Yeah.
and you can't
You
want
can't
it for
force
them.
nobody to
And
want
like it's not
it.
like and like
100%.
you have to, and I've struggled with this too. You have to be okay with just like keep continuing to move.
Yeah, you have to be okay with being
You
like,
have
all
to be
right, bro,
okay.
peel off. You can't force it.
You can't force
try to
it.
pound it into somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because like, and
100%.
that shows you your special thing. So many people haven't done something because their friends not trying to do it. I was like, why your friend got to do anything you're doing?
Yeah, bro.
Those are your friends for a season and a moment.
Sometimes, yeah, really though.
And a lot of times people, you know, envious, jealous, don't believe in themselves. That you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's real.
That's fact.
And it's like, it's scary because I see so many talented people who are around people that are like not helping them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just peeping it because like I had to, like, who do I hang out with? Y'all.
Yeah, who really
You think I'm just saying this shit just to say it? Like,
Yeah.
and you do. I'm like, bro, I had to
trim the fat, as he said earlier today. Yeah, trim the fat. Yeah.
Really coming into 2020 is the year of separation. That's my theme. It's really separation when it comes to elevation, like going to the next level. But even on the lighter part of that, you just gotta make these cuts. You gotta, who do you really want around you? Because it's that serious, bro. You can be the nicest person and keep everybody around you. You want to be the nicest person and then don't manifest what you're supposed to do, or you're not on purpose, or you don't. It's just it's that real. You can be the nice guy and lose, and then you don't have to be ruthless. You don't have to be this stuff, but it's the fact that it's just true that like the average, people will hold you back. Yeah,
and like since we've already been circling around, we just must get deep in it. So like, so like guys, we're talking about like intent and like law of attraction, all that. So how you do one thing, like Brandon said earlier, or Scotty, sorry, Scotty said earlier, like it's how you do it, how you do everything. So like
100%.
Intent. So like when you are so nonchalant and open to anything, what you're telling the world is that you're nonchalant and open to anything. So what you're attracting in your life is people who are nonchalant and open for anything, who are not purposeful. You do not do anything on purpose without being on purpose. Period. It's like 1 + 1 = 2.
Exactly.
And so what we're talking about here is like we're getting deep and we're getting like
it's good.
It's like all this heady shit like yeah, but I'm being real serious. Like
we should go there.
That's a good word, bro.
When you really like, all right, I'm trying to do this. I'm going here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, now you're leading with your intent on being on purpose. Like this is where I'm going.
Exactly.
Then you have to be clear and specific about what you want. You can't just kind of like, I want $1 billion. What does that mean? $1 billion what? $1 billion, $1 billion your friends, $1 billion problems, right? And then right, and then the question is like, okay, why do you want the $1 billion?
Why? For real, that's the why.
Okay, I want $1 billion so I can flex on everybody.
You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
I know.
Right? Or I want the $1 billion because I want it. Like for me, at service. Right? Yeah. Like I want to be at service to people. I want to be able to open doors.
Exactly.
But when I put my intent out there, it's like I'm not trying to be surrounded right now with people who only need me to help them.
Yeah.
Because my cup is not full to the point where I have overflow yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. So
overflow. That's key.
So my intent is like to get to a position of overflow.
Yeah.
Right. So I can pour into other people.
For real.
So when people see me move, like people are like, oh, you're not meeting me. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, literally, I'm on purpose with my life. Like I'm not rearranging my schedule. I'm not doing any of that. If you're not in it, today's schedule, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to be a dick. I'm really trying to be on purpose because I really care about my intent. Because in the big picture of everything, I'm actually trying to help you.
And it just turns into just today. So add up later, and now you got 10 years, and you're looking at watching your favorite person on TV doing what you wish you could have done, and you could have did it because you. Oh man, I was just as good as LeBron James, but my knee and then my coach cut me.
Right?
Yeah. I think one really important thing too that I've been trying to like measure in my life is whether or not you surround yourself with people that like have the same vision as you. Is like one thing that's also really important is you surround yourself with people who believe in what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
like if you have people that are trying to like talk you down from the stars back to the atmosphere, it's like you need people who are like, oh, this is what you want to do. All right, I got faith. And also, if there's any way I can help you, let me do that for you. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, because I mean, we've all had ideas where you go to certain people and they're like, nah, like I don't really think that's gonna work. And it's like, like I appreciate the honesty, but what I need you to have faith in the overall vision. Like, don't tell me to give up.
But I always tell people it's your idea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The greater power of God gave that to you.
Exactly.
And like, what? That's for you. Like it don't matter if Skotty cares about it, Hijji, or I care about it or not.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like...
No, I know. I'm just saying like...
Don't look for validation, but just surround yourself with people who are at least like faithful. Yeah.
And then like get smart about the people who are supporting you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be positive people that hold you down.
Yeah.
That can be
positive and real.
Right? But also people who are also moving.
Exactly.
Because they can help you. They can help you support.
Yeah.
Because there's people that believe in you who are just trying to hop on your wave.
Exactly.
And they're actually poking holes in your boat.
Yeah, dang.
Or putting weight on your back. And you're not there. You gotta be very careful. Like we all have big hearts. You want to is that purposeful, bro? There's that much intent is what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And it's not. And when people understand that, they realize that it's actually more love that way.
Yeah. Versus
the fake, not way.
That's better.
Because it sounds good, but it don't look good, right? So like. I'm very like, you do a podcast, I support you, right? You support my restaurant. We're both chasing something that's big. You know, I think it's a quote like one man can go 1,000 miles, two men can go 10,000. Like that's real.
Exactly, that's real.
That's why I just say yes to the podcast. You're chasing some. I can support you. You can support me. Like put you on all these things, right?
Yeah.
Like literally, that's how you do it. Like you create your atmosphere. You bring people who are ready to work. Whether it's business, whether it's music, doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Like, is that intent that purposeful?
Exactly.
That's why I was like, out of your circle. I'm always like, who's in your life? Like, that shit will rub off on you. Are you sure you want that person? You make the decision, though, as your own life. Not Vince. You make the decision, right?
Yeah.
You choose, like, what you want, and you be okay with the consequences, whether positive or negative. There's a cause and effect to everything.
Yeah.
100%. I'm off the deep shit.
I was gonna say this is deep shit we getting into. Jesus.
The last thing on that though, because what you said earlier about the positions are real too. You cannot have 5 point guards on a team.
Yeah.
You cannot. And it sucks sometimes. It's like you can have great people around you, but they're just really trying to get to that next level. That alignment, you need that center, you need that power forward, you need those different people to do different things. Like if I'm in this lane doing this, it really doesn't help if they're trying to do the same thing, do the exact same thing, opposed to, you know, of course, you know, Hijji in the future, he might hop on the mic for the one time. You might do it too, you know what I'm saying? But right now, it's like, okay, he has his vision with what he's doing.
Yeah.
Events, stuff, just other things like that too. He knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact it's not in my lane all the way. So then we can both go together. We can pull each other. We can, you doing this, I'll help with this to do this.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Like, all right, pull up to.
But like really play it out though too, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, today you the center.
Yeah.
Right? And then we play ball together. You the point guard, I'm power forward,
Exactly.
and shooting guard, right? We do it. We win championships, and we end up buying the team. And then again, positions get realigned again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're VP, CFO.
Yeah.
You also become a leader. Why are we not talking about leadership within organizations?
Exactly.
Organizations have lots of leaders, bro.
Exactly.
But the head guy or the head girl, we have to be very careful what you're asking for. Always.
Exactly.
Very, very careful. Like, do you have the stomach for it?
Yeah. And I think like it kind of goes back to what you were saying about like knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you know that you're a big picture person, you probably are gonna need someone who's detail oriented around you.
Yes.
Like you gotta arrange your team in a good way, you know, because you're gonna forget the little things if you're big picture. Like that's how I approach myself because I know that's how I am.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good for me to have like my brother's really helpful. You know, I got like people in my life that help me with the little things, and that's like the biggest key for me.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what make you successful, man. You gotta know yourself.
You have to know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you really
Put the ego aside.
Exactly.
Like it's
you really gotta know yourself, bro. You're gonna end up
X.
I know, don't lie to
lost.
yourself, man, for real. You
100.
Oh man,
passed out.
you can get lost out here. For real.
Man, that was like 45 minutes of business talk. I hope y'all motivated.
Hope y'all motivated.
That's just for
Motherfuckers.
free.
That was
But
free
so-
sauce,
so-
bro. No more free sauce.
So we're not moving on.
We'll ask your dad real quick. So like,
Here go another 45. Yeah.
here's another 45. No, but I feel like people ask the secrets or tactics, and I feel like they spend time. I says my other podcast too, asking the wrong questions. So guys, like we gotta listen to right now. This is what we talk about. This is things that we think about.
Yeah.
How like when someone's like, "Yo, how do I screen?" Like that's not the. You can Google how to screen print, bro.
Oh man, bro.
Like I'm not trying to be a dick.
There's
I'm
videos that walk you through it.
I'm really just trying to show you, like, yo, you haven't slowed down yet. You run around so fast. They like, yo, what does Skotty think about? What does Vince? What does Sam think about before they go do something?
Do you really want to do it if you didn't Google
If
screen
you
printer?
didn't get into it, yeah. Like, it's
Yeah,
not really
I think we
passion.
talked about that like 2 weeks ago. It's like
Google the screen printer.
if you don't even have the motivation to Google it,
You don't wanna
like,
do it,
You
bro.
don't want it bad enough. You know what I'm saying?
You don't
Like
want it.
we have the most resources at our disposal
ever in history.
and like you're talking about, you need like a mentor and stuff. Like that stuff's good, but it's like you got to start somewhere.
It goes
You know what
back
I
to
mean?
that teaching a man how to fish thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think people like stop right there, but they miss the whole point. It's like it's not about teaching the cat. It's like teaching him how to fish. Like teach him to go hunt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's talking about. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach him how to fish, you feed his family for a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's not about showing him how to roll out and then like that's hand to mouth.
Exactly.
That's not teaching a man how to fish. That's you teach a man like, yo, when you want food or at this season, at this time, you go to this side of the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can learn how to cast the shit out.
For real.
We can Google that. You can watch me do that.
Exactly.
Like, I like that. What you
That's
just said.
strategy.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
Interesting.
that's what I think we miss it sometimes. We're moving too fast. Like, oh, you teach me how to fish, Brandon. Bro, Vince, teach me how to fish, bro. It's like, bro, what are you asking me, bro? You're asking me what I actually spend my time doing and thinking about and moving, or you're asking me like how to like make jerk chicken? Because like we can Google that right now.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't make it like you though.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
you can't make it like me, but
Nah.
but like,
Flex.
and if you want to go ahead, I support it actually, because I feel like more competition or more people doing it, only this helps. But lack of purpose, lack of intent, I can't get behind that.
I swear.
Yeah.
Because I'm just, again, I'm telling the universe that I support and I'm for things with lack of purpose and lack of intent, which I'm only attracting things of lack of purpose and lack of intent. It's that deep.
It's that deep. It's that deep.
All right, let's move on. Before we fuck around and get back into it.
Damn, Sam's not taking no way to sauce, bro.
Damn.
Sam's like, damn, Vince,
We just went on the whole time.
Didn't take away too much from this podcast.
Hey, I like that.
Y'all just took away a lot.
What's happened this week? LaMelo Ball dropped 2 triple-doubles so far this week.
Oh, he the future,
He's
bro.
going number 1, bro.
He number
Yeah.
1.
Yeah,
He's definitely going to be like top 5. I
He's
think without a
actually
question.
And it's number 1, yes, off a skill, but he is the best. People don't understand how important Brand is, bro. He's the most. He's just exciting. I want to watch him play. Like,
Yeah.
it just is cool.
Lonzo Ball's jersey was one of the best selling his rookie year.
I was
And
gonna
he
buy
didn't even have that good of a season.
the LaMelo whatever team he's playing for right now jerseys. They're like $95.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody else's
real?
team's like $45. His jersey's like $95.
Makes sense, yo.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
bro.
So he's coming in, bro. I just can't wait.
That's coming
He's
in.
fun to watch too.
coming in
Man.
hot,
He's
bro.
so fun
Brand,
to
like you
watch.
just pushed on, bro. Like
It's much bigger than just to get basketball. It's entertainment, bro.
it's entertainment. Like when LeBron, I saw the stat when he was not in the league, 30% of viewers stopped watching.
Yeah, like,
People forget that as a business.
Yeah.
Last thing we're gonna do is have LeBron not be in the finals.
The NFL.
It's you can shoot. It's great. You can. Yeah, it's just we want to see those like half court shots that Curry does. We want to see those crazy dunks. We want to see the crazy Kyrie handles. Like
You don't watch the game to watch fundamentals.
We don't want to see high school basketball like running out of Spurs.
That's why there's so many flashy players nowadays. It's like that's all people want to see.
So I can't wait if he goes in the league and like actually be good, but actually like he might even.
I hope he goes to the Pelicans.
He
Yo.
gonna be
Just
the
on
best.
some fun shit.
Is that who's looking like
I
top
mean,
pick right now?
Well, they're
winning,
not.
bro.
I think they're like
Golden State's low-key gonna get him because
they're like the 4th team in the West right now, like
really?
the 4th to bottom. So they're definitely not making. Well, most likely they're not gonna make the playoffs.
In the lottery.
So they're probably gonna be in the lottery, which means they got a shot, and that'd be crazy to see them play together, both Ball brothers.
Dang.
I
Yeah.
know.
I like
It's
those.
crazy. One thing I do like too is I feel like LeVar has kind of distanced himself from
He
everything,
proves his point.
which is like it's good. I mean, like that. At the end of the day,
Never
what
lost.
was the goal, right? To get his kids to the league, right?
Yeah,
That's
he
all that
proved his
really
point,
mattered,
man.
You
right?
don't understand. Melo's gonna be in the NBA, and y'all were just talking about they left UCLA. They're done.
Yeah, that's
He
a
knew
real
what he
thing,
was
and
doing,
unfortunately,
bro.
I think that's a real thing for the middle brother, which is tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least like he won't have to work again.
He had to get the
you know?
frames real
was
quick.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he could have stayed, yo.
Bro, if he didn't do that, he would be in the league.
Yeah, he'd at
You
least
know what I'm saying?
Real.
he'd at least have 4 years of college experience, which would make him a better player. Like,
But it's funny how they glaze over, like trying to help him get out. Like they just kind of glaze. They kind of forgot about him. I feel bad. Like he really is the middle kid, bro. And I was like, man,
he was the scorer too, if I remember right. He used to put up
I
like
heard
50
he was the
or
one that was
60.
really going crazy.
Yeah,
for
he
real,
was,
for real.
bro. And
He
like
put up 70 points over.
look how they treated him, bro. Like they're like, man,
You can't take from China, bro. It's not gonna be.
you really can't, bro.
That's some funny
You're
shit.
not having.
They're about to be like,
You're an American, honestly. I don't like
Get him
this.
out there.
nah, bro, my son, bro. He's like, nah, bro. Sorry, sir.
That's
Took the
tough,
Gucci
man.
ring, sir.
It's tough though, cause like at the same time, like
He had the money,
he was
too.
18.
Bro, that's the
like,
worst part.
He's a kid though.
He
Like
could have paid.
Like,
for
you
it.
had the
what?
money,
Like
bro.
we were all 18 at one point. We all stole shit from the store. Like it's
Wait,
just,
you,
I'm
but,
not
But it's
going,
sad.
you
You
had
are
the
a ball.
money.
You are a ball.
you learn
just-
from it.
You have to learn, but it's like
Nah.
it's sad. But
I would have beat
when
his
you
ass.
like
As
with
a
our
father.
platforms that we'll have in the future, our
Yeah.
kids are not. It's just not. You're not gonna be regular kids like everybody else.
No, yeah,
bro.
you gotta like
understand
discipline
that.
them and all that. Like I get it.
And but it's just like damn. It's just unfortunate. Yes, you're just kids, but damn.
it
you
made
had
me
to
more
be a
mad
kid
that
in
he had the money, bro.
Oh, definitely.
In
They
China.
know they had the
Yeah,
money.
you should have been a
name
kid in
at the crib.
America, not a kid.
I'm
in
not saying
China.
his dad gave him look like he actually they have the money, bro.
They
Yeah.
straight.
No, they're straight.
They
He's
so
straight.
straight.
They
So, like,
all
I'm-
driving like nice whips, bro. He
So
could
I'm
have
like, you
bought
have
those.
the money, bro. Like you should just buy it, bro. That's a better flex. Like,
But at the same
trying to be
time,
cool.
like
that's
like
the
think
thing
about the
again.
motivation. Like you're
Not
trying to
knowing
you-
yourself,
You're
bro.
trying to be funny. Like you're trying to steal something to get
Except
the
I can
laughs.
get out
And,
with
you
these
Yeah,
know.
bro. Exactly. That's
Like
corny,
he
bro.
didn't steal it because he didn't want to pay for it. He stole it to be cool.
He probably put
You
him
know what I'm
on
saying?
and walked at the store like, I'm
Be
out
cool. Now
now.
you in jail, bro.
Right.
Man.
In China.
In China, like, they don't care about what
No,
who
but
daddy you daddy.
What I wanted to say though is like the NFL is not letting people shine because they don't want people to be bigger than them. Like the NBA is letting people like be bigger than
Yeah.
the NBA.
The NFL.
The NFL is not letting that happen, and I think that's messed up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would put like
So what do you think the difference is? Why do you think the NBA like
it's a
or why
flashier
does it
sport,
happen?
bro. The NFL is a gladiator sport. It's controlled by some people.
Less players
That's
too.
cool, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Injuries.
Injuries.
Yeah.
The contracts and I don't know, it's different.
It's more.
You have a helmet on the whole game.
Yeah, you're not
really
a
brand yourself.
superstar, you know, with the helmet on.
Unless you Odell, like that's
and wearing watches and shit.
You know what I mean? But like that's the
yeah.
thing though. When they break out that box, they get
take off the
mad.
watch.
They get them gone out of there. Like I hate to bring Antonio Brown because I think he messed it up for himself, but I think he was becoming bigger than the NFL at one point.
Oh, most definitely.
You know,
bro.
and they were terrified by it. You know what I mean? Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson were becoming bigger than the NFL, and they were like, "No, get him out of here." Their careers ended quickly.
Yeah, especially when they're like loud and braggadocious about it, right? Like someone like Tom Brady, probably bigger than the NFL in the grand scheme of things, but he doesn't open his mouth. Like he's a quiet guy. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
So they're not worried about someone like him.
Perfect American quarterback.
He plays by the rules. Bro.
Just plays the game, puts
Except
their head
for
down.
the rules, huh?
Yeah.
Not always the rules. Yeah.
I just feel like and
I think we're gonna see like the world in the next like 20 years. I don't think people are really gonna be on football like that.
No, there's no point, bro. Like with the concussions.
I think we're gonna start caring about soccer more. I think.
I mean, the people in my
basketball.
like, all the kids play.
I tried.
Soccer,
I did a
you
baseball tour this year, bro. Baseball is not the sport, bro. Like,
baseball is.
I just can't watch it. It's
It
like
is.
playing
Yeah. I can't watch it on TV. Like if I go to a
listen,
game,
baseball
I
used
have
to be
more
the number one
fun.
It's not about the
American,
game. It's
Yeah.
about like
used to be
You there, like you know.
Exactly.
It used to be.
I think
like,
hockey's gonna get bigger this year in the next couple of years.
I think hockey's
wild,
gonna get
yo.
big.
It's still niche.
I think a lot of individuals.
color.
I
And
think,
it's expensive to play.
Yeah.
Like
That's
That's
good though.
true.
basketball, I need a ball and a laundry basket.
I think we see basketball. I think we see like skateboarding. I think we're gonna see like a lot of like individual sports. Like
I can see like boxing making a comeback, MMA, like UFC.
Boxing's slowly coming up again.
Yeah, the heavyweight division's
we
getting
need Wilder
big.
to knock out a couple more people than have one.
Ain't nobody touching that man. That's kind of wild.
Bro, he has NyQuil in his left hand and his right hand, bro. That's crazy.
With his left hand.
That's crazy. Bro, it's like, I don't know if y'all watched the fight the
No,
other
I be
day.
watching them, bro.
Bro,
If he one hit.
he was losing every round. He was getting his ass kicked. Not really. He was losing the rounds though.
Yeah.
And then just one punch. And that was probably the game plan,
He
yo.
tell me like, yo,
He's
you're
probably
not,
in the gym just going like this. That's it. No defense, nothing.
Yeah, that's
it don't
just my
matter.
move.
It don't matter.
If you
says
ever
it,
watch
bro.
him fight though, he really is the most like uncoordinated,
bro. He's just
awkward
swinging,
fighter.
bro.
Y'all remember like the highlights? He like Euro steps and he just punches. Like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, bro, what the fuck? But it works every
No, but-
time.
And the crazy thing, like, he don't look like he being hitting that hard.
No,
But
then when you
he's
see, like,
he's
the
so
slow-mo-
skinny for the division, bro. the cutoff for heavyweight I think is 210 and he's 215 and he's fighting guys that are like 300 pounds.
And that's
Put
probably
them on
part
their
of
It
back.
doesn't make sense.
and that's
That
probably part of his success, bro. Because like, if he
He's
really
so
has the
agile.
power,
Yeah.
if he really could be 250,
yeah,
but he's 250 because he's cut, but he trains like right
yeah.
To this day.
To this day.
he was like,
That's my favorite moment.
y'all
of
got
this
me
year,
perfect
yeah.
12. I got perfect 2 seconds. But like,
Bro,
I
he
watched
was
the- I
not
watched-
lying when he said that.
Remember the slow mo I showed you?
Yeah.
I showed you guys. I showed him in the first video, like, and man, it's not. And I'm like, he's faking, bro. He get hit that hard. But then we went to slow mo. We saw the whole
His face
sweat.
is-
You saw his whole face
Shift one way.
Stay in the sweat. And the sweat drop. He's like,
And you see the picture where like, he
my
had like
God.
his ghost as a sweat, like his ghost came out of his head.
he really be.
That's funny. though.
Fury's the only one that kept getting up.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how.
by the
but-
grace of God, he got up.
I think
bro.
Fury took some shit, bro.
Nah,
I feel like he took like a block.
I think that was his moment, yo. Like,
Like-
stuff happens. Like Anthony Joshua had that moment. Like
No, don't stop
Muhammad Ali had that moment.
Andy
Like
Jaffa was trash to me, bro. I don't hear nothing from that.
every
the fact that he
superstar
backed
has
away
their
from fighting
moment.
Wilder makes me mad because he could. They had the biggest fight like ever
Yeah,
planned, and
yeah.
he's walked away from it,
and then lost too.
So
and then
that's
lost from somebody else. Yeah.
He,
No, he
fight,
doesn't.
he fights this weekend, and I think if
No
we're
one
being
cares,
honest,
bro. He's
if
done.
he doesn't win, if he doesn't get the belts back, it might be over for his.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
his
already
run.
over for his career.
Nah, if he gets him back,
He
in
lost
some,
a tune-up fight,
bro. If he gets it back in a dramatic fashion, I think he's
Dramatic
back on the map.
fashion?
Yeah, like 4th round, 5th round knockout.
Knockout?
Like,
He has to. He
You're,
has to.
you're
knock
a
his head
heavyweight,
out.
bro. You're not.
imagine if he shocks the world.
He's a heavyweight. He's not Floyd. Like you have to fight the best.
Speaking of
guy,
Floyd,
bro.
he's coming back this year.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Man, out of retirement this year.
Now, this is the craziest
I'm
thing
scared
about,
for him,
about
personally.
boxing that gets me super like weirded out about the money. Like Floyd really be making a lot of money, bro.
Oh, 120
Compared to
mil
other people.
He's
just
on
to
that business
just
shit,
just
bro.
to touch the ring.
Bro, he got 400 to fight Conor McGregor. He's not even a boxer.
What?
Like
Just-
what?
just
That's
to
like
touch?
LeBron playing against like a WNBA player.
that should be
No,
crazy.
bro. He's like, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna own the pay per view.
Views.
I'm
Man.
Get
gonna own
the
the
money.
promotion. He vertically integrated
Boss.
everything.
And he really owns it. And that to me is like I laugh at it because you see Wilder fight his purse would be like $3 million,
For real.
which is crazy. $3 million,
It's still a lot.
of money. But then you look at Floyd's bag, 200.
It doesn't even make
Just
sense.
to
like,
touch
bro.
the. If
It
he
don't even
wins,
make
he gets a
sense.
bonus.
Yeah.
Plus, he has a pay per view.
Views.
Like,
And he's selling stuff in the middle. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro.
like to me, it's just like, yo, we got like, and no one talks to him. I'm like, yo, like I think
think it's just
I
because
know
of his
that he's literally
personality.
he hasn't lost. So technically, he like you can argue about if he's the greatest.
Yeah,
Or not.
He is the greatest.
He gotta be in
I
the
think he's the greatest
conversation, at
athlete to
least.
ever do
He's
it.
the greatest.
And he's actually he makes the most
from the
money.
city.
How can you argue not
And
the
he from
greatest?
Yeah, never lost.
And he from the city, bro.
You didn't.
Never. He's only gotten punched like
You
5
capping
times.
here if you not think he's the greatest.
I mean, some people are like, oh, he's like, he never. He's defensive. I'm like, shut up, bro. Like to me, like he got.
It's
He's
all because of
boxing.
his personality.
He's literally doing the
He
sport.
played a
Oh,
new
it's definitely his
game.
personality.
He beat
If he was a
boxing.
humble dude,
he
like
didn't
everyone
care.
else, yeah.
He redefined boxing.
Yeah, he made it a whole different sport.
And people try to beat him, they can't. To show you that he's probably like one of a kind, which is crazy.
Yeah.
All the guys come under him who try to do it, but then they lose.
I've never seen him hit the. Has he ever hit the floor?
No, he's never gotten dropped. He's only gotten punched 5 times. Like legitimately, like big time punches, like 5 or 6 times.
And you hear interviews, people just get frustrated. Like you can't. Hit
I don't
him.
think he's ever gone to a
That's
count.
what it is.
in
Like
my
he's a
life.
hit
His
hard.
nickname Pretty Boy, and he a boxer.
Yeah.
Like, what?
He's like, you're not hitting.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna look back like if you see boxers like when they get like 60 or 70, it's like it's hard for them to talk. They can't really communicate.
Oh, he's gonna be
Floyd's
chilling.
untouched, man.
He's
He's
still
gonna be the
gonna be
same
talking
dude. He's gonna be talking shit because his son's gonna be fighting or whatever. Like whatever happens,
Exactly.
you know,
Bro.
it's crazy. Especially like coming from his family. Like his dad's a boxer, uncle's a boxer. It's like he was really born into that shit.
What's the strip club that he got in Vegas? What's it called?
I don't know.
I didn't even know about that.
Girl Collection. So when you buy a table there, he'll come and check in. Especially if you're from Grand Rapids.
Really?
Yeah.
He'll come to you.
Like
to
say
you.
what's
How
up.
much that table is though?
I haven't checked that price yet.
50.
I'm not mentally there yet.
Honey, I don't know.
Yo, that's a good way to incentivize. That's a good way to incentivize sales.
Nah,
I
but
like
yeah,
that. I like that move.
he definitely like he'll come check in and talk to you if you buy a table. So,
That's what's up.
especially if you're from Grand
Spin a
Rapids.
bag with him, bro. Cause
I guess
I don't
it's
know
like-
what's getting Floyd out of bed or to come on his. That's a lot of money. Bro.
$300 million, bro.
Let me look it up.
He's
I'll
telling
look it
us
up.
right now when kids him out of bed. It's like if it's not $300 million, I'm
You're
really
right.
not. I'm not gonna fight.
Yeah, it's
I'm not,
crazy.
I don't have to. People call him broke. He's like, son, I have cash checks from my last 4 fights.
Yeah, people.
I'm like,
yo, people always say that. Like,
that's the first thing I would go. I go straight to the bank. Like, yo, we
Man.
cash these 4 checks. He's like, I still haven't cashed them, bro.
People always saying like, oh, he's got money issues. It's like, bro, I don't think you guys understand like how long it would take to spend $400 million, and that's one fight. Like he gets that like 200, 300 million every time he fights. Like you can't spend that in a year. Like even if he wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
Just buy a big ass.
So no, he's not broke, and he will never go broke. Like he's fine.
Right.
Like, but the scary thing is going back to like is keeping your money, bro. Like the reason why he's learning how to like be wealthy.
Yeah.
Like, cause only way you can lose when you cash the check and you have it in your bank account, then people can literally take it from you, bro.
Yeah.
Lawsuits, like whatever it is, taxes, like
You get him in the safe.
you got to really like be smart with your money. Like you got to put in real estate. You gotta buy
I'm
land.
not mad at it. Table's like 5.
5,000
Minimum 5. You're 10 if you want a good one.
to say what's up.
Tell you want to go.
Bet.
Oh, that's actually reasonable.
Need to do.
Hey, you trying to hit the Vegas way?
Yeah, bro.
Just a couple bets
Actually
on
down.
roulette table, you could probably make the 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I'm actually
dope.
trying to go. Mikey is trying to go to Vegas and gamble for real too.
I feel like it's a bad idea.
I'm
for me.
bad at gambling. For real. I'm horrible.
I've never really
My
done
first
it.
Drop
my
the 5
first
real
3
quick.
trips to the casino, I did really well. Not made $1 since. They have ended my night very roughly a few
Yeah, I ain't with
times.
the gambling. I buy the table though.
Yeah, I'll go to just
I have fun. I'd rather know what's going on.
I'm gonna go in the club, bro, and pop a water.
I've never done it. I've never went to the
Yeah.
casino and actually played.
Yeah,
anything.
same.
Yeah, I'll be
So
pouring
like, I'm
water.
just down to be like, all right.
I would try it. Yeah.
I like card
It's
games and
good.
stuff. That's why I do it.
Honestly.
If I start losing, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, no.
I
Then you
don't-
like,
I'm
then
not
you
getting
like,
finesse,
but
bro.
as everybody said, then you're like, I might win this next round.
Man,
One more thing.
it's a game. It's a game, especially if you're competitive. That's why I try to stay away from it because I know I'm
But you're
competitive.
playing.
It's hard for me to walk away.
I mean, I guess you
Like
play
if
to
you, get
win.
your
And
ass
not
whipped, if you get your ass whipped on the court, you're not getting off the court till you win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
to
Like,
actually you're
See,
competitive.
if
But
I
after
lose
a while, you
twice, I'm like, all right, I'm not winning today. You know?
That's a good
okay,
deal.
maybe we'll
Yo,
know what?
I brought the wrong shoes.
Y'all
bro.
got this. Bro. I'm gonna head to the crib. It's all good. I'll
my
see
knee
y'all.
hurt. Yeah.
Today's
That's
is
funny.
on my day, right?
That's funny.
That's a fact though.
That's
You
funny.
gotta know how to lose if you want to win, man.
Ooh,
Wow.
That's deep.
that's true.
Like
But also
some-
play to win, not to play to lose. Play not to
Exactly.
lose. That's a big.
A lot of
thing.
people
gonna
play
take
to
some
play.
L's.
Like if you're gonna play, you might as well play to win.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone plays to lose, but I
No,
think
play not
I
to
think
lose.
they're-
It's a
yeah,
mentality
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people are very like what we call scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
They play not to lose.
100%.
Yeah, playing.
Yo,
I play to win, baby.
here it is.
All right, so we wrapping up.
Wrap it up. Episode 27. Go ahead and plug whatever you guys want to plug so people could check you out and support.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, update from LA out now. Yeah, a lot more music coming soon. Man, what else? Yeah, Invasion soon. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, stream the update from LA. Skotty Welch, everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you type in the word letters HIJJI, you're probably gonna find me somewhere. My only mission for you to do is drink water, man, and be a better person for real.
That's so real.
From that point on, you figure it out. But like, drink water first, you know. That's what we're gonna do.
Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciate it. Super dope.
It's a wrap.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah, I read next.